Get ready for the ultimate reality shakeup, as Hulu confirms a brand new mafia-themed competition series hosted by the one and only Parker Posey. Coming from the masterminds behind the traitors, this high-stakes show drops a wild, eclectic cast into a lavish Italian villa to compete for a massive $250,000 prize. We are talking about absolute chaos under one roof, featuring stars like Bruno Tonioli, Harry Jowsey, and Chelsea Lascani fighting to stay in the game without getting whacked.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Speaking of that star-studded lineup, the roster for this Italian adventure is officially packed with heavy hitters. You will see fan favorites like Ada Turturro, Debai Mazar, and Joe Gorga joining the mix alongside reality veterans like Maria Jorgas and Willem. This is a truly random group of personalities, and we are counting down the minutes until we see how these celebrities navigate their way through these mob-inspired challenges. In other huge streaming news, Hulu is expanding its original drama slate by developing a brand new project titled Close Protection. This romantic thriller, acquired from Universal Television, follows an American bodyguard tasked with protecting a British princess. With creators Dean Jorgaris and John Fox at the helm, this series promises to bring that classic Bodyguard movie energy directly to your screen, and we cannot wait to see who they cast in these lead roles. Finally, if you are looking for something to watch this weekend, we have your top 3 Hulu picks. Dive into the killer dark comedy No Other Choice starring Squid Game veteran Lee Byung-hun. Get spooked by the unique horror perspective of the dog-led film Good Boy featuring Indy, or revisit the epic disaster spectacle The Day After Tomorrow with Dennis Quaid and Jake Gyllenhaal. For more updates on the best in streaming, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to stay in the loop. Ever wonder what happens when you trap a group of reality TV's most chaotic personalities in a Tuscan villa and tell them it's all just one giant, high-stakes game of mobster dress-up? Well, stop guessing, because Hulu just dropped the bomb on us, and trust me, you aren't ready for this level of television madness. Rumors have been swirling for weeks, but it's official. Parker Posey is officially our mafia boss in a brand new competition series called The Mob. And before you ask, yes, it comes from the same masterminds behind the traitors. So expect plenty of backstabbing, drama, and enough tension to cut with a cannoli knife. Here's the deal. A bunch of celebrities and reality stars are being shipped off to a literal Italian mansion to face off in challenges inspired by classic mob movies. They're competing for $250,000, and the name of the game is survival. You want the cash, you just can't get whacked. But let's talk about this cast for a second, because the word random doesn't even begin to cover it. We are looking at a lineup that features the iconic Bruno Tonioli sharing space with reality firecrackers like Harry Jowsey and Chelsea Lascani. It's an absolute fever dream of a guest list, and honestly, that's exactly why I'm obsessed. How will these titans of TV reality handle the pressure of the Italian mafia underworld? You'll have to watch to find out. If you're ready to see who makes it out of the villa with the bag and who gets iced, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our deep dives into every episode. After all, in this game, the only thing more dangerous than the competition is the company you keep. What do you get when you throw a Dancing with the Stars judge, a selling Sunset realtor, and the original Janice soprano into a villa in Tuscany? Chaos. Pure, unadulterated reality television gold. Forget everything you thought you knew about competition shows because Hulu is officially dropping The Mob. And honestly, the casting is so chaotic that I'm already obsessed. Imagine the producers of The Traitors decided to lean into the mob movie aesthetic, added a dash of high-stakes Italian drama, and hosted it with the legendary Parker Posey. Yeah, it is exactly as iconic as it sounds. The premise is simple but undeniably addictive. A motley crew of celebrities and reality TV titans are locked in a lavish Italian villa, fighting for $250,000 while navigating mob-inspired challenges. And the best part? They have to avoid getting whacked along the way. It is the ultimate crossover event for your screen. We are looking at a lineup that features the likes of Bruno Tonioli, Harry Jowsey, and Chelsea Lascani, alongside heavy hitters like Ada Turturro and Debai Mazar. Seriously, seeing Joe Gorga and Willem in the same room is the fever dream I didn't know I needed. Whether you are tuning in for the strategic maneuvering or just to see who loses their cool first in the Italian sun, this is going to be the water cooler show of the season. So, who are you rooting for to survive the family? Drop your predictions in the comments below, hit that subscribe button, and let's get ready to watch these stars navigate the underworld of reality TV. Sometimes, the most unexpected alliances create the most legendary drama, and I, for one, cannot wait to see who comes out on top. Ever wondered if the classic trope of a rugged protector falling for royalty still has the power to grip us? Well, Hulu is betting big that it does. The streamer just announced they are developing a brand new romantic thriller called Close Protection. And honestly, it feels like a modern-day nod to that iconic 1992 Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston classic, The Bodyguard. At its heart, the premise is simple: an American bodyguard tasked with protecting a British princess. While that sounds like a familiar setup, the pedigree behind the camera gives me high hopes. The series is being helmed by Dean Jorgaris and John Fox, the creative minds behind Key Witness. These two have a solid track record through their overall deal with Universal Television, which is producing the show alongside the legendary John Davis of Davis Entertainment. Now, I have to be real with you. Details are incredibly scarce right now. We don't have a casting list, a production schedule, or even a hint of where they plan to film, though it is a safe bet we will see some gorgeous British scenery. However, we do know that since it is a Hulu original, you can expect this to drop on Disney Plus internationally, which is standard procedure for these collaborations. It is interesting to note that even though Disney loves keeping things in-house, they have a long history of leaning on Universal for prestige projects like Candy and The Girl from Plainville. This partnership clearly works, and it usually results in some pretty high-quality drama. So I want to hear from you. Are you tired of the bodyguard trope, or is this the kind of romantic tension you have been craving on your watch list? Drop a comment on our socials and let me know your take. And of course, keep it locked here for all the latest updates on Disney+. Sometimes, the most predictable stories end up being the ones we just cannot turn off. Struggling to decide what to watch this weekend? Whether you are in the mood for a pitch-black satire about the cutthroat job market, a bone-chilling horror flick told from the perspective of a dog, or a nostalgic disaster epic, Hulu has you covered. Let's dive into the 3 best movies you need to stream right now. First up, if you think your job hunt is stressful, wait until you see No Other Choice. This 2025 South Korean hit stars Squid Game legend Lee Byung-hun as a middle-aged man who decides that the best way to land a job is to literally eliminate his competition. It's a hilarious, dark, and scarily relatable commentary on today's impossible economy. You will find yourself rooting for him right up until he fires up the chainsaw. It's bold, it's bloody, and it's a must-watch. Next, we have the horror movie everyone is talking about, Good Boy. This isn't your typical monster flick. It is the first horror film told entirely from the point of view of a dog named Indy. When a man and his loyal pup move to a secluded estate, they realize they aren't alone. Indy the dog absolutely carries this movie, proving he has more acting range than half of Hollywood. It is clever, creepy, and perfect for a Saturday night fright. Finally, for those craving a massive dose of nostalgia, we have the disaster classic, The Day After Tomorrow. Before global warming was the daily headline, Roland Emmerich brought us this icy spectacle featuring a young Jake Gyllenhaal and a desperate Dennis Quaid. Even 2 decades later, the special effects hold up, and the stakes feel just as high. It's the ultimate popcorn flick to cap off your weekend. So, which one are you queuing up first? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more streaming recommendations delivered straight to your feed. After all, life is too short to spend it scrolling through a menu. Grab your remote and enjoy the show.